guys, Amanda the G here, 13, 14 months into quarantine, something like that, and clearly not losing my mind at all as I am sitting here in an evening gown. No joke. Evening gown with a slit. It's even like floor length. I'm actually really surprised that I managed to get this thing to zip and all of that. It is kind of poking my armpit a little bit, but I feel like it always kind of poked my armpit in a weird way. I haven't worn this in years. In fact, I only actually wore this out one time. I wore this in 2012 to my friend's wedding. At the time, I had been dating my ex for a few months and we were living together and he was supposed to come with me to the wedding, and I remember being really pissed about this, and I'm still kind of like, a little part of me still has a little bit of anger about this, that he did not request the time off of work despite knowing about it like 2 months in advance at least. I gave him plenty of time to request that weekend off, and at the time he was working retail, so they always schedule you on the weekends, and he didn't request it off. And then he tells me like a week before the wedding, oh, they scheduled me for that weekend, and then I tried to get it off after they scheduled me for that weekend, and then they said no. So I got to have the joy of going by myself to a wedding and explaining why the person I was dating wasn't there to all of my friends in a way that would make them not hate him. Of course, now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They all hate him anyway, and it doesn't matter now. But at the time, I was still dating him, so I had to like not have them be mad. So I got up at the crack of dawn, drove myself all the way out to this wedding that was like an 8-hour drive-ish away. Almost ran out of gas on the way there. That was fun. Used a GPS because that was before the GPS was in the phone, and at one point it started freaking out and didn't know where I was, and I was trying to figure out like where a gas station was because it wasn't along the road for some reason. Like, it was on a road, obviously, but it was on a side road, not along the main road, and I remember trying to like push it into the GPS to try and find the gas station. Life is so much easier now that you can just tell a phone to do that. I checked into a hotel. They said the pool was open. The pool was green. The pool was very much not open. And then I had to change rooms because my room wasn't actually clean. And then I put on this beautiful dress, went and saw my wonderful friend get married, and then had her reception and was talking to my other friend who was going through a divorce at the time. It was a little bit awkward. And then had a great time, went back to the hotel by myself, still pissed off that I was by myself because of course I was pissed off. Texted with my boyfriend, went to bed, slept there overnight, packed everything up, went to go get the hotel like continental free breakfast thing, and it was so gross and so sparse with food that I didn't even eat anything or get anything, and I just checked it out and drove like what, 8-9 hours back to my apartment. And then a few years later I made that drive again, except all in the same day, just by myself for a baby shower that was like 3 hours long. Maybe 2 hours long. Some friends are just worth doing all of that stuff for. I'm honestly looking forward to the days that I can be completely exhausted and do things like that again when everything is back like open and we can have our normal lives, and maybe someday I'll be able to wear this gown somewhere appropriate. Hopefully somewhere someone will have some formal event that I will actually be invited to, and I will be able to go to it, and I will be able to wear this, and it will hopefully still be appropriate as a clothing style to wear. Stay fresh, cheese bags. I'm not going crazy. I promise I'm not going crazy. I'm just sitting in my house by myself in an evening gown at like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's normal.